today's gorgeous woman and recently pregnant woman is Lauryn Evarts Bosstick. She is so gorgeous. I love her The Skinny Confidential Instagram feed. The blues and the pinks are literally giving me life every single time I watch or even just look at her The Skinny Confidential Instagram page. So a little backstory on Lauryn. She is the owner of The Skinny Confidential. She has turned her passion for beauty, wellness, and no-censor advice into one of the most distinct blogs online today, The Skinny Confidential. A little bit more about Lauryn is she graduated from San Diego State University with a degree in TV broadcasting. She worked a lot of different jobs, bartending, Pilates, taught pure barre, I don't know what that means, but we'll go with it, and catering. When she started her blog, she didn't make money for 3 years. Her goal is to use the blog as a platform to connect with women from around the world and showcase major realness. Really, major realness. No, but honestly though, it's funny to make kind of sort of comments because it sounds kind of cliche, but in reality, it's real. Like, major realness, it sounds funny. But it's just being real. It's being real, it's being straightforward and to the point. And that's something that I respect as a woman. I hate when people just want to go around and not really tell you straightforward. So I do respect people who are very straightforward above anything else. Also, if you guys don't already know, we do have a visual form of the podcast. It is on the YouTube channel Victoria Nicole, Victoria. Yeah, that's Victoria Nicole. And also, if you want to check me out on Instagram and check out all the other links, my Instagram is at VICKYNICOLEE_. And if you want to check out the Instagram for Strong Women Stick Together, it is literally just Strong Women Stick Together. All lowercase caps, I don't know. You can choose whether you want it lowercase or caps. It doesn't really matter. Strong Women Stick Together. It's all together. Literally, all together. Now, let's continue on because I went on a rant. So let me repeat this. Her goal is to use the blog as a platform to connect with women from around the world and showcase major realness. She always knew that girl she was speaking to. Which I just want to clarify what she means by that is her true fan, her ideal follower. She had always this woman in mind, this girl in mind. And I'm going to link it in the show notes. There is a podcast that she did with Brittany Crystal. And she talks about this a little bit more in depth of her ideal follower, her ideal person, her true fan. And her knowing her true fan is very important. I feel like with all of us, we should at least know who we want to watch us, who we want to follow us, what kind of person, because that's how we niche down. If you are in a certain kind of landscape, a lot of the things that people will say is if you don't have a specific person in mind, if you don't have a specific target audience in mind, you are really speaking to no one. Because if people can't identify with you, if people can't really find something that pushes them towards wanting to purchase from you, wanting to purchase or even just watch your content, if you don't really have a specific person in mind, it's really hard to get a real audience and a attract a personal audience above anything else. A majority of businesses do have this target audience, but it might not be seen as a target audience to them because they've been doing it for so long. So I just wanted to go over that a little bit because it's very important to have a target audience when having a business or when having a brand, because it will help you attract people faster. One of the things that she has said in the Beyond Influential podcast with Brittany Crystal, it is Brittany Crystal's episode 63, and Lauryn says, you have to remember a reason. Oh, let me re-say this again. She goes, you have to remember the reason you have a platform is because of the audience. That is something so important. The audience is the number one, because if you get too big and forget your audience, they're the people who made you. You know, they're the people, not who made you in that, you know, stereotypical sense, but they are the people, you have to be grateful for them because they got you to where you are today. So in forgetting them, it's kind of like not just having a sense of entitlement, but forgetting the people who were there for you and forgetting the people who really got you to where you are today. You know, so another thing that she has mentioned is, I think it's so important as a creator to understand that your audience are all influencers. Okay, I'm going to repeat this because not only is it very important, but I did write this wrong, so I got a little confused as I was saying it. So one of the things that she said was, I think it's important as a creator to understand that your audience are all influencers. What she means by this is that your audience, each person knows a set of people, and they will vouch for you and say, hey, you know, this girl, she's doing something right. I like her because of this, or I like this business because of this. I like this business because of that. And they're kind of like the ears and eyes. They can be a sense of a marketing because your audience can market for you. They can talk about your services or your product for you. So that's why I'm a big believer in creating an experience, because if one person feels good in your brand, whether it's online or in a physical store or just communicating with any aspect of your brand, they are going to be more inclined to vouch for you if it went well and if they enjoyed that experience behind it. So Lauryn does have the Skinny Confidential, which is a blog, and she also has a podcast. She also does blog design, which is Blog Do. So go to the Skinny Confidential website to check all that out. She has so many different things. Just going through her website is like, wow, she's been able to create all this quickly. I mean, granted, it is around like a 10 years, I think, that she's been doing this. Or maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure. Or maybe a little bit less, I'm really not sure. But she has been doing it for a long time. So to understand that a person who has, I don't know, I guess, to me, people roughly have like an 80 to 100 year lifespan. So in people being able to have a 80 to 100 year lifespan, they have been able to, or Lauryn has been able to create this in 10 years, whether she was eating shit and doing, eating shit, which pretty much means doing something that is worth it for your business, but doesn't necessarily have the pretty luxury view from the beginning. It's kind of what I consider eating shit. And a lot of people will not have this luxury view even when they can, because they're still creating their brand and doing things for their brand. And, waiting 10 years to be able to live a life that you want for the next 60 or even 50 or 40 years can I mean, 10 compared to 40, that's quadruple the years you spent working hard. And not that you're not going to work hard for the rest, but I mean, it will probably be different, very different later on. So I do want to go over the vanity metrics like I do every single time, because I do like to focus on what women are doing right on social media. So on Instagram, on The Skinny Confidential, she does have 902K followers. She gets around 6K to 15K likes. She gets from 155 to 1.4K comments, and she posts around 1 to 2 posts per day. On her podcast, she has 210 episodes. On Facebook, she has 275K followers. She does from 3 to 7 posts per week, and she gets around 900 to 9.1K views per video on Facebook. On YouTube, she has 56K subs. She gets around 2.6K to 216K views, and she does 3 to 4 posts per week and gets from 50 to 120 per comment.